Hey Pyros, it's D-Rex here with another video to help you in your fantasy football league. This one's about tiering systems and creating tier sheets for your drafts, and it's kind of your go-to check-off list of players you want in your draft, and it's your internal rankings. So I think it's a very smart system to use. It really helps you find gems and get the right guy at the right position before runs happen, and all of a sudden it's very depleted talent pool. I think it's very important for people that are either drafting at the very beginning, the first and second pick, or later on, with the 9, 10, however big your league is, 11, 12, because there's such a long distance on a serpentine draft style in between your 2 picks and then getting another 2 picks again. So you want to make sure that you can get high value guys at your tight ends, which we'll get to in a little bit. You want to, if you need 2 wide receivers and you're going into the 4th round or something, you got to look and see, what else do I need? How do I fill my needs? And I think tier structure really helps out, need-based drafting, which I think, you're always trying to go for the top talent, and I think these tier structures help you classify and get a bird's eye view, so to speak, of your team and what kind of guys you like. Really, it's just rankings within rankings, and it's also position based. So I'll give you an example. My tight end tier system goes something like this. I've got Aaron Rodgers, Mike Vick, and Tom Brady in it. I love Tom Brady. He should probably be a tier 2 guy for most people, but I love him. I want him on my team. I'm pretty much always going to grab him. So I got tier 2, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers, Tony Romo. Okay. Tier 3 is Matt Schaub, Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan, Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, and then you got tier 4, which is Flacco, Freeman, Cutler, Sam Bradford, Kevin Cobb, and Matt Cassell. Tier 5 for me is Sanchez, Orton, McNabb, Fitz, Hasselbeck. None of those guys I want on my team, so I'm just going deep into it just in case. But some of these guys in the tier 6 I actually do like. Colt McCoy, I'm going to draft that guy. I think he's going to be pretty good. Tim Tebow, I think I'm still high on him too. Cam Newton could be incredible. Who knows? I think what you see there, and you'll see it along with this video and the piece that I'm doing on this tier system, entitled Tiers for Fears, is going to have all my tier systems and players. So you can use it, you can download it, you can copy and paste and move it around for your own needs, but I think it really helps. Again, it goes back to being able to visualize your team, and as runs are going by and you need to start filling up your team with other talent and start considering, all right, let me get I've already got 2 wide receivers, but I've got another wide receiver that I think is in the tier tier 2 or high tier 3, whatever. I'm going to probably say, hey, I like this guy a lot more than some of the other wide receivers, even though I'm going for my 3rd wide receiver, which is great, maybe, but in the tiers, it allows you to see these things and visualize your team and get you that 15,000 foot view down upon draft. What are other guys taking? You start putting in the sheets, and it really helps you organize it. A good example for me last year is I do a rookie, where you have to play a rookie league, and it's really fun, but it's a old league. And last year I had the number 1 pick, and on the way back, all the rookies were going in the 2nd round. And there was only maybe 4 rookies that I actually liked last year. Matthews, Sam Bradford, Spiller, and Javad Best were the guys that we thought were the best. So all those guys started going. We panicked, and we took C.J. Spiller instead of getting Roddy White, which was obviously a huge mistake. I don't know how the tier system could prevent that. At an early thing, we just panicked, and I think that just goes in drafting. Just calm down, go through the motions. When you're sitting there and something hits you and it throws you for a loop, go back to these tier systems. Spend a lot of time on them. Really organize your rankings. Really say, hey, I'm going by this list on draft day. Then you don't have to be thumbing through magazines with 5 minutes on the clock, trying to go through all the different positions and going. You're gonna make the wrong pick there. Where I think when you got these tiered sheets, and especially if you put a lot of time into it, Dirk, you're not gonna make those kind of mistakes. You're gonna see, all right, you got to be smart with tiered and having tight ends. A tier 1, number 1 guy and tight end shouldn't go in the first or second round. You know, if you think Gates is going to be amazing like he was last year without the missing time, you know, do you take him in the third, fourth round? Yeah, you know, you do if you think he's a stud. If you're in a PPR, maybe a Witten goes high. But don't overvalue tight ends or kickers with your tier system. Remember, it's nice if you want to get an elite guy, or in the flip side, if you held out for a while and you see, you know, all right, a lot of these tight ends have been taken, they're off the board. I've only got, you know, these two guys that I even think are serviceable. I got to take one now. And I think if you just are crossing names out off on 1 through 250 player rankings that are just listed down, you're not going to connect that. And I think that's the important thing, you know. In all honesty, I mean, it just needs-based tiering really helps you. You know, you can find out when these runs are going to go. You can get that gem. You know, in the second round, maybe a bad example, but maybe in the fifth round or something, another run of kind of these third tier kind of running backs is going. That might be the time to take the exact plan B and not jump on the running back train and take another position, because that's going to be the next run. And you're kind of foreshadowing. You're leading the charge almost. So, how many tiers do you do? Basically, an easy way to do it is do a tier for about every 4 rounds of the draft that you're going to do. So if you're in a 16-round draft, you know, I think that's 4 tiers at each position. But at the same time, I'm more of a guy that I just do as many tiers as I think they group together. I mean, these guys in the tiers, that when you're tiering these guys up, the highest guy in the tier and the lowest guy shouldn't be that big of a trade-off. You know, take the guy you like usually, but in those tier systems, you definitely can help yourself figuring out what you need, when you need it, what's going, what's about to go bleak as hell in that position. Am I about to be stuck with, you know, a very bad wide receiver 3 because I waited too long? And if so, I think this tiered sheet will help you decipher that and be like, wait, ring a bell here. You got 2 guys you really like, and there's about to be none you like. Take the wide receiver over X position right now. So there you go. I mean, I think there's going to be a piece involved with this. You're going to be able to download some tools to create your own tiered system, and you know, I'm going to show you my tiered system as well. And I think if you spend a little bit of time on it, and you know, give yourself an hour or 2 before your draft, and really figure out who you love, who you want, what kind of guys are in the same class as far as fantasy scoring goes. Understand your rules and set that accordingly. Always, you know, put guys you like in the mix, so you're not drafting a team that is just you know, all talent based. But I think you'll be able to, with this tiered system, find the best talent based on the players you like, and you know, you've been deciphering this and running through your rankings and creating this tier document. That, and then not losing out on when runs are happening. And it's more of seeing ahead of the game. It's being a step ahead of the game. Visualize where things are going, and I think it'll really help you. Try it this year. See if it helps you. I think there's a lot less panicking in each round, no matter what happens, whatever the draft is thrown at you, and you know, all of a sudden a guy you really thought you were going to get and wanted is gone 2 picks before you go. It doesn't throw you in a tizzy. Go back to the tier sheet. Believe in it. You spent time on it. You're going to make the right decision. All right. D-Rex out. Pick up our draft kit. The thing's pretty sick. We're going to be putting out on Tuesday our 3rd edition, our 3rd release of that draft kit, and it's going to be the best one yet. So if you buy it or you've already bought it, you'll automatically get it resent to you, as well as any copy of the draft kit up until the draft, your draft, up until the league starts, I suppose. I figure we'll get probably another 2 good solid revisions of it between Tuesday and the first day of the season. So enjoy. Good luck in your drafts. Let's do this. Football is back. Take care, guys.